Hey guys, Jay here at Boneyard Studios inside of the Matchbox. In just under a day, I'm leaving for Europe, and I'll be gone for the next 3 months. So before I left, I thought I would just do a quick walkthrough video of the Matchbox and what's going on elsewhere at Boneyard Studios. So we can get started right here, which is the front door of the Matchbox. Front door being right there. The space is about about 7.5 by 19. And so this is kind of the parlor area, the living room area, a couch right here with space for maybe 3 or 4 to sit comfortably. The cushions are not done yet, of course. This is just a yoga mat. And there will be a juxtaposing couch bench right here. Ignore all of this junk that will attach to the bench over here and sort of serve as a day bed. There will also be trunks underneath each of them to store kind of miscellaneous goods. Simple little sliding table right here, and then this is a just kind of clothing cabinet, more or less, just kind of t-shirts and whatever stored in there. Moving toward the kitchen, we have some room for jars, I believe 24 jars in this shelf, a toaster oven for toasting, small baking projects, little cookbook stand right there, and then a tiny refrigerator. It's a bit like playing refrigerator Tetris to squeeze everything inside. It looks like it's actually doing okay right now, but really seems to do the job. I don't really generally store much in there. And then underneath there is the cellar, just kind of wine and miscellaneous alcohol. Moving on, the first kind of kitchen counter has 2 induction stovetops, which are a pleasure to cook with, very energy efficient as well. Kind of counter space, a food processor, a sink, just a simple round sink. The faucet is actually down here, or the handle, whatever makes the water come out down there. It's just that little foot pedal, and so you press that and water comes out here. This is actually all rainwater. That's all I'm trying to say right there. Cutting board, little cooking scale, and then some space for oils and drying rack, and then sort of a little spice rack as well. On this side of the kitchen, we have just kind of the dining table and a bag of chips. Dining table, seating for maybe about 4 or 5. There are 4 stools underneath. This can actually double as a kind of prep counter space if this counter is all full. And then it actually serves as my little office as well. Just a laptop, a mouse, and sort of a nice view of the greenery outside. I used to actually have a desk back here, but with a desktop. But I got rid of it. I just didn't find that it was really worth the space. Instead, I've converted this into a sort of pegboard closet. Most clothing hanging right here, and then some gear, camping gear, climbing gear, just random things hanging on this pegboard. More jar space up above. I believe there are about 40 to 50 jars on this shelf, and then there's also more sort of spice rack space right up there. These are all magnetic, so they very easily pop on and off, which is nice. Tiny little bookshelf. This is the Matchbox library. And then a light, and then the fireplace. It's an electric fireplace, so no gas needed, and it definitely does a great job of keeping the house warm in the winter. This is the bathroom right here. It's covered by a National Geographic world map wallpaper, which is a great way of squeezing a a huge map into a tiny house. So very nice to have it on there. It's sort of very detailed. So you're not sacrificing. Focus on it. There you go. Not sacrificing any sort of detail for size. Opening up this door, this is the under construction bathroom. Stress on under construction. It's still a little bit dark and a little bit undone, but it's a wet bath, meaning that the shower water can get the toilet wet. The shower is fully operational. There's the water right there. It's a low flow shower head, but definitely a lot of pressure to it. A lot of pressure to it for it being only half a gallon per minute. Soap dispenser, and then, so the toilet's actually just a sort of sawdust and bucket down there. There's a funnel that diverts urine, and sawdust down there. The sawdust comes from over here for the moment. Yeah, so, you know, a small little, very utilitarian space. Full-length mirror right there, and that is the bathroom. This right back here is actually, I get a lot of questions about this. It's not a back door, it's a double hung window. So that means that the bottom pops up and the top also comes down. So it can actually serve as an egress, you know, in the event of say a fire by the front door. This is actually the space from the back. Just give you a sense of it from a different angle. And yeah, that's about it downstairs. There is, of course, a sleeping loft, and it's this ladder right here that gets me up to the loft. So this is kind of the final act of making the bed in the morning, is putting that ladder back over there, and then when ready to get back up onto the loft, these magnets right there catch the ladder very well, and definitely leave enough space around the ladder to, you know, sort of climb down during the night and move around to the bathroom without the ladder being in the way. The ladder is actually angled out, so it's actually very easy to climb. I can climb it without any hands. It's not too difficult. This is the loft, an embarrassingly large TV in such a tiny house, but it definitely makes for a cozy little cinema up here. The skylight definitely opens up the space a lot. It's very, very bright right now. If it were too bright and you wanted to sleep in, just have a little remote right there. The solar-powered blind, and that will start to close the skylight and block out all of the light up there. It will actually cut down on heat loss and or heat gain in the winter and or summer. Which is another great property of the blind. Here's the house from up above, and here's the skylight fully closed. So as you can see, not a lot of light coming in. I mean, virtually no light coming in at all. I will open that back up, and yeah, that's the loft. It's about, I think, 38 inches from right here to the ceiling. Maybe a little bit more. I actually don't remember right now. Put the ladder right back, and that is the inside of the matchbox. So we can move outside. So this is the outside of the front area of the matchbox. Matchbox being right there. 2 rocking chairs on a 4-foot porch. It's a flat roof, obviously, you can tell from the inside. The roof is at a 2-degree pitch, so it's not entirely flat, and all of the rain will actually come down to this gutter and then down these rain chains right here. And they will go underneath the trailer toward the back, where they'll be stored in 3 tanks totaling 80 gallons. That's kind of our parking area. It's a little messy at the moment. That is Rousseau, my trusty steed. And then this is the Minim house, Brian's house. It's about 210 square feet, 218 maybe. And Lee's house, the Para house, is right over here at about 150, 160 square feet. In between the houses, this is where Lane's house used to be, the Lusby. We have a hot tub and then some fairly newly planted bamboo surrounding it that will begin to grow in. There's also a little patio area over here with a wood-fired oven, a hammock, and then many plants and trees. Many trees all along here, plants, shrubbery of the edible sort. Another bench right over here, and that water pump does not actually work. And then the garden, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 maybe beds, garden beds, each about 8 by 4, and compost bin right there. And then the newest addition to the lot, the studio shed, which is, I believe, 20 by 12. I don't actually have a key on me at the moment, and it's a little crowded in there as it's getting put together. That'll be sort of our communal kind of workshop area. There's a welding table in there, and a shopsmith, and a nice big table for dinner parties and that sort of thing. So that's it. This is a cemetery overlooking that Boneyard Studios overlooks the houses once more. And yeah, so I'll be taking off tomorrow. So I won't be around. I won't probably be blogging about build progress at all this summer. But definitely we'll try to get you guys an updated video once I get back. Thanks, everyone.